welcome to Chalking with me. I'm Robin Schmidt with Odessa Rose Creates, located in Omaha, Nebraska. And I'm an independent chalk couture designer. And so that means I sell and create with our chalk couture silkscreen transfers that are reusable. We wash and reuse them. And our chalk paste and couture inks. And today I'm going to change out these Valentine decorations that I had on my mantle. We're going to work on redoing the window. This is an old glass window. It's right down here beside me. And this church looking window of a chalkboard. We're going to erase those off with water and recreate them to go with the Easter decorations that I already mated with chalking. And we'll show you those here in a second. I want to make sure that you can see me. Yep, there I am. Looks good. Might have to tilt the camera down a little bit to see the table when we get going here. But so say hello if you're watching. I would love to chat with you as I chalk and chat. Why not? I'm going to turn this around so I can see when you guys make a comment. All right, great. I'm going to get rid of the keyboard. I believe. Alrighty, so back here I have my eggs that I made in my little canvas that we did with the chicks with the bunny ears on. So these are going up on my mantle with the pieces that we're going to create today, which are done in Valentine right now. So we're going to wash it off and redesign on those surfaces, which is the great thing about chalk couture. You can just wash off the chalk paste. When it's dry, you can touch it. It's not going to rub off, but you can wash it off, especially on chalkboards, glass, any hard surfaces that aren't porous like painted surfaces. So that's my three little chicks that we're going to do. Everything in these colors, these are the colors in my living room. So I decided to do a non-traditional Easter colors and work with the colors that are in my upholstery. The fireplace you saw is kind of a white stone looking, cream stone, and the dark wood mantle. And my fabrics in that room are navies and browns and greens and creams. So this is what I did these three eggs in with chalking. And so we're going to use those color schemes on the next two projects. All right. So I'm going to set these back up here. I'm just kind of using them as a reference. Here we go. Set our chickies down here. We're going to repeat this pattern and some of these other types of patterns in with our new designs. So hanging on that window was this, right? So I have a bunch of these. I got these at the Dollar Tree, okay? And they were little signs, and they probably had a ribbon up here or something. I took that off and just painted over them. It's a really hard board, like cardboard. Not really cardboard, it's really, really hard. So I'm going to do the bunny on here in the Cottontail Farms. And that, I'm going to hang it back on this arrow, but we'll change out the red ribbon to a ribbon color that matches. So let's get started. I haven't even pulled down all my chalk colors yet. I do have a navy and a blue color down, but we'll get some other colors. I'm going to tip this camera just a little bit so you can see more of my surface. See if that makes a difference. So say hi for watching. I'd love to say hello to you. There, that's a little better. Okay, this is called Cottontail Farms. This is one of our new spring transfers. It has a couple little carrots in it, some little florals. Established 2020. It says Cottontail Farms. And it's got this cute little bunny. right there. And so we want to put our bunny here and our Cottontail Farms above it. And we'll hang it back on the arrow so we can hang it on the window when we get that redone. Right now it has a big red plaid on it. And I don't think red is going to work for this season. It's going to work again for maybe the 4th of July or Christmas, but I only have one window, so I'm going to wash it off and I'll redo it later on in the year. Okay, that's all going to fit there really cool. We could probably even get Established 2020 down here. So let's press this down. This rabbit's really detailed, it's super cute. You can just see the fur in it. I think I'm going to go with a brown to stay in our color theme. So we're going to kind of have a brown with cream highlighted bunny, I guess. So we'll see what it looks like. I might blend in, this is bark. And then I do make a chocolate color. I use bark with a little bit of black in it to make a nice deep brown. We can even throw a little bit of black just to give him the bunny a little bit more realistic color of his fur. Like, you know, it's not going to be all one solid color. It's going to be mixed up a little bit. So yeah. So say hi for watching. I don't know. There's people watching, but no one has said anything. So I'd love to see you. Talk to you. Okay. So we're going to take our two browns and a black here and just kind of blend in some different colors on his fur. There's also a little bit of grassy area on the bottom that he's sitting on, so I might throw a little green in there. Since we are working with the color green anyway in our color scheme, which is right here. So let's add a little bit of pesto. This is called Cottontail Farms. It's a size B transfer, available on my website. I'm shifting over a little bit to the left. These are stickers on the back side, reusable. Silk screen in the middle with even some of the negative space block there so we can see his fur, texture of his fur. Okay, that's a little bit better. You just want to make sure it's really flat and there's no air pockets in your silk screen, so you have a nice print when you're done screening over the chalk paste. So I'm trying to think, like, maybe he'd be more darker around his nose area, maybe his tips of his ears. Maybe right around his hip area. Okay, and then let's blend in some brown. I really don't use the chocolate because the black and the brown, the bark, is actually making the chocolate on the bunny. So I'm not gonna go into my chocolate paste. I'm going to kind of grab some cream and do his tail in cream. Let's see if he has kind of a white tail. I'm just going to peel this back so the chalk paste doesn't dry in my silk screen while I get my cream colored out to do his tail. We're going to use, it's fun. Let's use almond. Hi, Lori. Love all your things. Thank you. Hi, Amy. Okay, I'm going to take the end of my multi-tool and just do his tail in the off-white. I don't know how well it'll show up. It's almost the same color as this, so I might have to add a little bit of brown in it. Just so it shows up a little bit lighter than the rest of his body. And then let's grab some green and we'll do the little bit of a ground area around him. That's in, we'll do that in the green. There. Now we can pick it back up again. It looks really good. I'm gonna set my transfer in the water because we'll want to wash that off. And you can see the green on there. Make sure I get that focused for you. Kind of a black-brown bunny. There you go. Yeah. See, it looks pretty good. Pretty realistic. With that fine detail in that silk screen. Okay, so we want that to dry. I'm going to assist the drying time with my heat gun here. The Cottontail Farms. I might bring in some blue, the Cottontail Farms, and the green. So, I'll use our green again. And then I did make I also make navy. That's another color I make. Hi, Debbie from Michigan. Hello. I make navy with a little bit of black and the cadet blue, or you can use any blue. I've also used this blue too. Liberty, I think it was. Yeah, any of the blue that's close to, you know, this is really kind of navy, but it's a little bit brighter, this cadet. But I like a deep navy, so I just put they used to make navy, so I'm still using the same navy jar, but I've just added to it by using either Liberty or Cadet and add just a little bit of black at a time. It doesn't take much black. So, and mix that all together and you get a nice navy out of it. Okay. So let's take another small squeegee, a mini squeegee, and we'll do farms in the navy. I think Cottontail back in the green. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna do kind of a greenish ribbon. So maybe I'll do this in the blue and this in the green. So we are redecorating from, I took down the Valentine off my mantle after Valentine's Day, but now I'm changing that old glass window and the church window shaped chalkboard, and we're going to wash those off and do them in a spring Easter theme, but using the color schemes of these eggs if you're just joining, because that's the colors in my room. Oops. And that way, if they do get left up after Easter, they're not going to look totally like spring. There we go. Again, back in my pan of water. Hi, Diana. Hi, Marty. I just love the bunny transfer too. It is so pretty. It's so realistic. Here we have it with the navy on top and the green. Hi, Beverly. So, yeah. Okay, so am I done? I kind of like the simplicity of it because it's going to be hanging. This was the Valentine one, so I'm going to put it back on the arrow with a different ribbon and hang it over that old window, case window. So I don't think I want it really to be overly busy. I think I want to maybe just keep it kind of simple like this. I was going to put Establish 2020 on it. I might. Just because it kind of makes it look like a sign, an advertisement sign a little bit from way back when. And, well, I'll have to go back to the navy, even though I think I'm going to do the window in navy. I think it'll be okay. Okay. Super cute. Alright. Let's get these out of the way. Let's try to keep things organized here. Papers all in one pile. Put the pieces I didn't use back in the envelope. Then after we're all done, I will wash all the transfers and put them back on their backer sheets and put them back in their envelope so all the parts are together. Okay, so I'll set this back here. Ugh. And I'm kind of, I haven't got my ribbon out. Let me get that out. I'm thinking this green here. It's kind of a evergreen jade color. So we're going to use that as the ribbon. So really I have to cut this Valentine one off because I looped it over it and just knotted it through these holes. So I'm going to have to cut them off, and I can take this ribbon off. I just did a simple knot or a one tie. Maybe. Marty, thank you for sharing your how you create colors. Oh yeah. You can definitely make your own colors. Especially hues, like add a little black to make it darker, add white to make something lighter. Just like you did when you were in art class in school. It's really great when you got empty containers, then you can mix them in your empty jars. So you can save it if you're going to make a lot. If you're just going to make a little bit just to do a simple little area, then you can just do it on a little plastic plate or whatever. Oh, this was my string to hang it on the window. That's what that was for. Okay, so let's cut this off. We'll save this little Valentine sign. I can hang it back up on here next year if I want to use it. This little arrow I got at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. They may still have them. They got holes back here you can hang them on the wall with. I was going to do macrame. I was going to learn how to do macrame and make a macrame wall hanging. But then I was kind of introduced to Couture, and it's been Couture ever since. So I never did. I used to do macrame. Back when I was in 4-H, we did macrame, you know, like back in the 70s. And so I kind of knew how macrame worked. I kind of, you know, I was a kid then, but I was gonna, when it started to come back, I was gonna try to do some cool macrames. But then I found Couture, so, which is more fun. Because you can mix color, which I love color, I love pattern. So it was more up my alley of what I wanted to do. So here's the deal. We want to make 2 strips of ribbon the same size so we can have them the same on both holes. So I'm going to guess it was about, maybe they were about that long. And because we want them to be equal on both sides. Okay. And then I take a wire. And I have a lot of floral wire because I still do dabble in silk florals. But so I took a piece of floral wire and folded it in half. This creates a needle for going through this twine going through small holes. I like to use this on my door tags that I make so I can get the twine through the holes. And we want to make sure, let me think here. Yeah, I can still do that after I put it on here. Okay, so put it through the hole this way because I want the knot to be in the front. Let's see. No. I have to have my arrow. I have to think this through. I can only do one end at a time. Maybe. No, I can't think. Okay, so then we gotta go around the pole. I guess I can get one in, but I don't think I can get the other one in. I don't remember this being so difficult the last time I did this, but for some reason it's puzzling my brain. I'm not sure why it's puzzling my brain. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna make a knot. I should have done it with longer strings and then cut them off shorter. That would have been easier than messing with short strings. One in. Okay, now we gotta do this one. Around the arrow. Put in my needle, which I almost need a shorter wire. I don't know why my wire is so long. We don't need to have it that long. Let's cut it shorter. There. Alright, once again. I really don't remember fighting with this much before. Apparently I did. Okay. You did a lot of macrame plant hangers back then? Yep. Took them to the county fair. I was in 4-H. And a lot of them are the same plant hangers are the basic knots. I bought a book a couple years ago when I was going to do this to make sure I remembered how to do some of the macrame knots. But boy, there's a lot of different macrame knots. Okay. Now I want to make them even. Get my knot. There. Okay, now we got the sign hanging on the arrow. Now we just need to tie our ribbon on the arrow. And then we got to redo the window. I'm just going to get the same length because that worked out pretty good. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Vicky. To Vicky, Vicky Hunter, and Vicky Lawson. Anybody else I'm missing? Michelle, Sherry. Okay, good. All right, so let's tie on our ribbon. That way we'll be ready to go when we get the window done. Okay, so we have our ribbon and we're gonna, now we need to wash off the window and put the pattern. I'm gonna do the big polka dot pattern on it. Okay, so that is gonna hang in front of the window just like the Valentine one did. And all these things are gonna go up on my mantle with my eggs that I did. Oh, you can't see them now. I moved the camera. If you remember these eggs, okay, these are the eggs that are on my mantle for Easter. I did them in my home decor colors of the room. Okay, they have a navy, different shades of blue, navy, shades of green and browns and creams. And they don't want to stay up there. And then I also made this. Something that really has yellow in it, but you know, yellow chicks. And then we got our greens and blue, and we got different colors of blue ears in the chick. So all of that is going on the mantle with this window that we're going to redo, and the church chalk. It looks like a church window, but it's a chalkboard. Yep, I'm going to wash that off, and we're going to put a Easter. I'm pulling from both ends. I'm just making a mess. Let's just throw it in there. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. We'll have to save this for Mr. Valentine. I'll put it with the Valentine sign, whatever I did with it. Okay. So that's going to be cute. So let's make room for the window. I hope I can get it up here. Might have to move my paste because it's big, and normally I probably would have gone out to the kitchenette and use the countertop out there, but let's see if we can get it up on here. Clean it off. Plus we have our new scrapers now. Hello, Karen. Ugh. Here's the window. And let's see. Make sure I got the chalk side up. And we're gonna squirt it with water. So you see, when it's dry, you can touch it. It's not gonna come off. But once we wet it, let it soak a little bit. And we can use our new chalk scraper that we sell now. Ugh. Here it is. Chalk scraper. And look how that just works so cool. It'll go a lot faster getting your paste off. Being able to scrape it like this. Perfect for glass and chalkboards. Joining late, but love the arrow day. Yeah, I had that with a Valentine one on my Valentine mantle, Karen. So it was hanging in front of this. So now we're going to change that to Easter, and we're using my home decor colors from those eggs that I made. And then I also had the church window chalkboard done for Valentine's, and I'm going to change that out today too. If y'all don't get too bored with me, you can watch that. Look how great this comes up. Guys, just like you can almost put that back in the jar and reuse that paste. Look at that. Like a big blob of it. Crazy. It's just chalk paste again. Look at that. Now if you had a bunch of colors, it would probably turn black or brown, but interesting. I wonder if it would be reusable. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick it up with a paper towel. Throw that away. And then this will probably just wipe up. Chalk is really good at cleaning off a glass, that's for sure. And I love how the color of the red didn't have to go into the color of the old paint on the frame. So I was kind of worried about that, thinking, oh, what if the gets too close and then makes it pink. But with that scraper you can kind of control where it's going and you don't have to worry about that. So that's cool. Okay, so I'll pick up a little bit of pinkish residue off of it. I think we're getting most of it. I'm going to use the big polka dot pattern, which I'm not sure if it's available anymore, but I think I'm going to do that. And we'll be hanging this guy in front of it, like that. And I'm going to do this in the navy. Okay, so that'll be hanging in front of it. I think that'll be pretty cute. Polka dots are Eastery, I think. one color, just going to do the navy, which is navy I made by using either Liberty or the Cadet Blue and add a little black to it. Couture had navy at one time, so I just keep adding to my old navy jar. I just keep making more navy. I'm going to guess that I was going to have to fuzz this, but it's really not that sticky, I don't think. Let's see. Well, it's kind of sticky, isn't it? Everything sticks on glass. Oh my gosh. Sticks super well. Okay, so let's put some fuzzing cloth on it. Good morning, Roxanne. It's afternoon here. You must be out west. You must be out west. All right. Let's fuzz this down a little bit. Got a lot of like debris stuck on my transfer. So I know I've used it, but it's still pretty sticky on the glass. Yeah, the transfers, if you're new to Chalk Couture or don't know much about it, you really want to put some fuzz from clothing or a towel on the back if you're going to use it on glass or metal, because that adhesive really likes to stick to it. So this helps you to be able to release the transfer off of that without stretching or pulling the fabric of the transfer, and then it would be misshaped. Like you might misshape your transfer and then it won't lay nicely the next time. So that's why you want to be able to release your transfer off the glass without pulling it too much and stretching it out. When I am done with this, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this transfer. I'm gonna stand up so I can make sure I'm kind of where I want to be. Because I'm just going to put it in the middle. I'm not going to try to fill the whole window with it. So it is what it is. I might need a little bit more space on this side. I like to measure it in centimeters. And slightly crooked. That's pulling up pretty good. I mean, it'll be pressed down a little bit more once you start chalking on it, but I'm just kind of eyeballing. And who's to say my window is exactly square? It is kind of off a little bit. Okay. This is where it's kind of nice to use our big 4-inch wide squeegee, so it goes a lot faster. And let me find my navy, which is right here. And I'm just gonna put some blobs of it on here. You can always put the extra back in the jar that we squeegee off, so we're not wasting it. See how much faster it is to use this guy. Make sure all my dots are covered with chalk. Without going over the edge. And if I did go over the edge, it's going to wash off super easy. So it's not that big of a deal when you're on glass. Just pulling all that paste down. And then we want to come up. Just to make sure we get all the screens filled in. Looks great. I'm going to scrape it off and put it back in the jar. Pretty easy. Now let's see if we can get it off. Always pull straight across or straight down, not diagonally, because the fabric has a bias to it, so you can really stretch it out if you're pulling diagonally. So try to pull evenly down or across. It. This is where you need like 3 hands. There. Now I'm going to fold this in on itself, and while I'm messing around, and then I'm going to just lay it on the shiny side of this backer until I can go take it to the sink. So I'm just going to lay it on there like that, and then I will wash it later. Okay, a little bit of chalk on my hands, so we better take care of that with the Clorox wipe. I think glass is so hard. It is hard to work with. That's why you got to fuzz a lot. And try not to stretch out your transfer so you don't ruin it. Okay. I think I got most of it off. So that's going to be really cute hanging in front of that. And this was the twine I used because it still has the window closure up here on the top. So I just strung this twine over it and hung it on there somehow. I don't know how I did it. But I want to make sure that's dry before so I don't mess it up. So this is going to hang on there like that. You can see what it's going to look like. Now remember, the stone on my fireplace is a light cream stone. so the polka dots are going to show up really well. It's about the color of the window, a little bit lighter, so the stone is going to kind of be like this white background, so it will show up really good. Okay, so we got that done. And now we can work on the church window chalkboard. I'm going to set this over here. All right. And same thing, we need to wash this off. I'm going to set this in my water too. I don't think I'm going to need it. So this I did this was an old chicken wire transferred from a farm, and I had kind of a farm Valentine theme on my mantle. I had that little pig on there, and I don't know if you remember seeing it, but love the navy. Yeah, make navy. So let's scrape this one down. This is a Couture chalkboard, so hopefully it's leaving some ghosting, so hopefully I can get that cleaned up. We'll see. I don't remember if I waxed this board or not. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. But I really like the scraper. That is kind of a game changer. Makes it go really fast, cleaning these up. Alright, paper towel time. I really got this one a lot more water on it. Kind of messy. So I'm kind of old school. I still rent DVDs from Netflix in the mail. And yesterday, or a couple days ago, I finally got A Star is Born, the new one with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And I went to put it in a DVD player last night, and it wouldn't go. It just kind of was spinning. Well, I couldn't get it out. I couldn't anything. It was like, so I tried to push the open button, and ended up the open button went inside the machine, so it was broke. So I had to tear apart the whole, break it and tear it apart, the DVD player, to get the DVD out, since I didn't want to lose it. So now I need a new DVD player. We rarely go see a movie at the movie theater, and even if we did, he probably wouldn't want to see that movie. So I was excited to watch it last night, and then I couldn't watch it. But we have another TV downstairs here, and so this afternoon when I get done, I might watch it before he gets home, because that's usually his TV, and my TV is upstairs. Does anybody else have that? You watch TV separately with your significant other? We do, but you know, that's just how we roll, I guess. I'm going to use a Clorox wipe or a Lysol wipe or whatever. Try to use these sparingly in case I need them later on, but that usually kind of gets the ghosting off, which is kind of a shadow effect of the chalk paste, and so hopefully this will get it off so we can not see it. through the next transfer. And I'm trying to get any red or pink paint that might have went up against the frame here. Get it off. I think most of the ghosting is picked up, so that's good. So, you know, this is what Couture was designed for. To redesign your chalkboards for the seasons. Have one really nice big chalkboard. Not that this is the nicest chalkboard by any means, but I like the height that it gives on my fireplace with this. So I'm going to try to start reusing it for the seasons. And unfortunately, they did not make a new transfer for Easter this year that was the size of the, what are these, 12 by 18s. So I have an oldie but a goodie here, which is okay because this is where I got that little bird that's on my small egg, is right here. So we're gonna see him again up on my mantle. This is an old one and it's called Happy Easter. It says hippity hoppity. And then I want to bring back in this kind of like this boho transfer that I used on the bottom of the chicks, because this is going to be up there too. I want to bring this pattern back and use it again. But I want it up on the top, so there I have one up on top and one down towards the bottom. So I don't have them like right beside each other. So I'm going to put it up the top of the chalkboard. If that makes sense. Hi Gail, what a cool board. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live. Yeah, this is, I bought these a couple years ago. Well, not quite 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. They came from Hobby Lobby. Oops, wrong one. Here it is. Maybe I'll do that other pattern at the bottom, this one here. Okay, so we're going to do them the opposite of the guys. Alright, these are a bunch of borders. I love borders and patterns. That's kind of my thing anymore. Border variety, it's called. I haven't even used all the borders in there yet. So kind of do this one down here. We'll do this one up here. And it's gonna look super cute. I think. I've used this a lot of times. I even had it for a class last year, same transfer. So it's been used a lot, and I think it's still pretty good. I don't know if it has any like stretched out areas or not, but hopefully not. Guess we want this down here, don't we? So you kind of hope you get things even. 3.5. So really, I need to go that way a little bit. Just a little bit. This angle. I think it's too bad. I do a prop probably work. I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece on too. I did cut it. It came in one piece, but I cut it in two. It's easier to clean that way. Plus, I think when I was doing classes with only one transfer, you know, someone could be doing the bottom and then somebody could be doing the top at the same time. So that's probably another reason why I cut it. Okay, let's get all those air pockets out. And we need to collect some colors. I definitely think I want to do almond, but not this. This one's kind of watery. Almond. I don't think our navy is going to show up very well on the black, so I might go to maybe a light blue or a brighter blue. We got this color, Ocean Mist. Lots of greens. We're looking at this guy here. Our browns from our frames. We don't need brown, we need just like sage. We have pesto already out. Eucalyptus maybe. Kiwi. That's honeydew. That's still good. Let's see. Garden herb. I do a lot of greens for sure. Honeydew. Greens and blues. And we'll throw in Cadet, which is a lighter navy type color. So that's quite a few. I think that'll be plenty. What's the fun? I may not even use them all. So let's see. So pesto, Cadet, garden herb, Has anybody else seen this A Star Is Born movie with Lady Gaga? I'm gonna try to watch it this afternoon. Kiwi, I think that might be a discontinued color. Honeydew. I don't know if we're really going to need all these colors, but I like to have them ready in case that's what strikes my fancy. Almond. Sage. What a cool word. Okay, this one's thick. I know I've been on quite a while, but I had a lot to do today. Oops, I just splattered all over. That pretty much went everywhere, didn't it? My gosh. Even went through my silk screen. Craziness. Ocean Mist. Is that current? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Pretty color. And eucalyptus. We have a lot of colors out here. Like I said, I don't think I'll use them all, but we just never know. Alright. I think I might do this first. It's gonna fight me. There's one up in there. Okay, I'm going to kind of mix the, whatever this is, eucalyptus with maybe this. And we'll take a squeegee and we're just going to try to, I like calling it S'ing. Do some S's down. Just kind of swirl the colors together, but not really mix them. So we have some like highs and lows. Trying to get it in the corner the best I can. I'm still going to scrape it down and put it in one of the jars. Alright. A little bit of a blob over there. Right there. I'll fix that. Okay, let's start this and see what happens. I'm just gonna work my way down, paste and peel to get this section done, and we'll pick it up. So let's see. I'm gonna need lots of squeegees. Yeah, it turned out pretty up on top. You can really see the different colors, the two colors going in and out. So it turned out really cool. Kind of think I need a blue bird. So there's blue up there. I'll just make them blue again. And these flowers are kind of a pain unless you make them all one color. But that's kind of boring, right? I'm gonna have white tulips at least, and some green stems. It's not going to be perfect, but it's just for me, so it really doesn't matter to me too much. Let's see. Got too many sticks going on. My almond is not doing very well on here. It's kind of gritty. I don't know what its deal is, but oh well. Which is kind of what I wanted to do the writing in. So I don't know if it's gonna turn out nice. I guess we'll find out. Could just be my transfers wearing out. Let's see. I can get this down. borders. Karen, you don't have them, you need them. That is for sure. I could probably put a border on almost every design if I want to. Alright. Let's do this Easter. What was I using? Here it is. Yeah, this almond is just really weird. I mean, it works, I guess, but it just has weird texture to it. I feel like my back is stiffening up. Ooh. All right, let's take it off. There's a lot of bleed throughs on it. I think it's getting old, but I'll be able to clean it up, make it look better. I think so. All right. Now I think I want to bring this blue back in. I might do hippity hoppity in the blue. Could use in the green, in this color, in the middle, flower. Oops, don't want that. Green. Alright, let's run the blue cadet across hippity hop. Might just do the hippity and the hop, and we'll do the heart in a different color. Probably the white or almond. Now we better peel that down a little bit. There we go. Now we just have our eggs, and I'll do one in each different colors. This is what, our eucalyptus. Let's do one in this color. this one yet. I think this transfer's about had it. It is wearing down. Not giving me the best prints. And let's put this on here. Kicks and giggles. And we'll do that in a green and call it done, other than fixing the bleed throughs. Okay. Oop, looks like it went over the edge. Well, I think with all the other pieces, it's going to look really cool. But I got some cleanup I need to do. Because the transfer is getting old and you can't see it very well. Or you can't screen through it very well without it bleeding through. But I'll be able to fix it. So it'll look good. It'll match all my other pieces. So thanks for chalking with me today. I know it was a long one, but we did kind of 3 different things. So 3 different projects, counting with our bunny and our glass window. So I'm going to get those all put in place on the fireplace, and I'll take some photos and I will post them on my page. Thanks again for watching, and I'll chalk with you later. Bye.